Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, episode 5. I had a relatively healthy supply of cash. I've even been able to start paying back my loan, although when I noticed how much that actually saved me on a yearly basis, I decided to not really invest too much money in repaying my loan, because I went from a payment of 99,000 a year to 94,000 a year, which for me right now is just not worth it. I want to keep growing and I want to do that fast. What I'm going to do is set up a line that takes me from Amsterdam Zuidoost to Hilversum, and then onwards and onwards and onwards. I'm considering going by train first, so the Utrecht line is going to get an extension. That's the Amsterdam-Utrecht towards Veenendaal, Ede-Wageningen, which means I'll have to set up a station over here, then potentially Arnhem and Velp, and also another position over there. But this one comes first, Ede-Wageningen. Correction, actually it's Veenendaal, Ede and Wageningen together. And with a bus I'll also bring in Barneveld and Amersfoort. So let's bring out the tracks. I already made a bit of a start here, making sure they weren't going to get overgrown. Because towns that expand very quickly tend to take up a lot of terrain and don't really care where they get it. And my tracks then have to start bulldozing buildings, which is something I rather don't like to do. Now, this is going to be an intermittent NL passenger stop. Actually, let's make a standard station. Standard passenger station. I need it to be 2 tracks. I'm not really likely to tie in anything else here. I think I'm going to go towards Tiel with a standard bridge. So just a road bridge from here to there and build a bus. The train station itself, not too deep into the town, so that I still have a bit of room up front for a tram and or bus station, and potentially make it a hub. So I can also send a bus north to Barneveld and to Amersfoort and everywhere else. So the train tracks, continue those over there, and the other one as well. I know that spending another 70,000 here might be a little excessive, but it is all future investments, so I don't have to do that stuff in the future. Now we're going to continue on our already existing train line, here and there. As somebody pointed out very nicely, if you do these stops before a rail crossing, you're not going to block off the road and cause a massive traffic jam, which I think is a really good point. I never actually consider that. I always consider trains to take absolute priority over absolutely everything else. But yes, that is a very good point indeed. Now, I will need a bus/tram station here. And if I do want to make it a hub, I probably need a bit more than just 1 stop. I want 1 stop to go to the middle of town. Or, hang on, I could have the hub here on the edge of town. If I have it here? No, hang on. Just spitballing here. The train goes all the way there. Then I have maybe enough if I build a bus tram or a bus stop here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to have my hub over here. Just on the outside of town. Making it easier for the other platforms to connect. I will want 1 to go to Barneveld, 1 to go to Amersfoort, and 1 that connects with the rest of Veenendaal, Ede-Wageningen, so I'll need 3 platforms total. Tram, no, I don't need a tram. That goes there. Over here, I want to have a truck bus station. Actually, no, let's make it a tram. Does that make sense? Just go like this through the town and then back? A tram is more expensive. A tram takes more investments. No. I'm going to go with a standard one, just a bus. I can spin that around. There. Let's make it a bit bigger because I'm expecting quite a lot of passengers over here. Especially since this is going to be the hub towards the rest of the world. Or at least, well, maybe not the world, maybe that's a bit much. But let's say the rest of the terrain in the immediate vicinity. Okay, so they're going to start here. Then they're going to move there. And then there. And then back. That's all that I want them to do. And the color that I had for that, I think, was this one. And then rename this Veenendaal, Ede-Wageningen, VEW. Pretty much the internal line. I think that this is going to be a really busy place, this line, from here to there, because there will be quite a few passengers which are going to go from here to Barneveld and to Amersfoort. So they're going to disembark there and then take the internal, which might eventually get upgraded to be a tram, all the way towards the train station. And then from there explore the rest of the world. Now let's get rid of this. 137,000? What? If I just build it in small segments, it's 10 and 56. Really? Okay, so well, it's still half. It's still not nearly as bad. How much can I cover with one bus stop? Yeah, pretty much the whole of Amersfoort. Excellent. And how much can I cover of Barneveld? Pretty much all of it. Perfect. All right, here to there. Color code red. VEW Barneveld. And the other one is here and ends there. VEW, what was that? Amersfoort? Amersfoort. Amersfoort. Change color. We're finally starting to unlock... Whoa, that was a different color. We're finally starting to unlock some more parts of the world. And there is still so much that needs connecting over here. Okay, road depot. Spin it around. And just set up a couple of buses. The best that I have is the American Stagecoach, which does 20. Carries 5. I'll take 3 on each line. So 3 to Amersfoort. And then another 3, which are going from VEW to Barneveld. And then maybe I'll start with 4 from here to there. So these are going to go... that's VEW internal. That one. And now I need to connect my train. Just extend the train line. Just the train line. Amsterdam, Utrecht. Which is no longer actually true. This is now Amsterdam VEW. Provided that the autosave lets me do that. Come on. Finish up your save. There you go. And the next station after Utrecht is going to be that one. Oh, you can get there. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to tie it into a bus stop. There you go. And back. Yes. But you're kind of arriving on the wrong platform here, sir. I want you on Terminal 1. Because then I can still make use of that other part of the tracks. So this should open up Utrecht a lot more. And transport a lot more passengers in, well, in both directions. Hopefully also making the train a bit more interesting to use. And that eventually will lead to me buying either a better or an extra train. What can I do with this one? I'm currently using passenger... I think the standard passenger cars, which can do 50. Whereas my engine cannot. My engine can only do 45. Do I have something that does 50? Yeah, well, a lot faster actually. The Russian Class B might be an interesting option to go with. So I'll use that one. And then get rid of the older one. Now I'm limited to 50. And I can still tie on additional carriages. Let's go for that upgrade first to make the train a little faster. And then how much can I carry with this one? Quite a lot. Gee, that's a strong engine. 154 is what I can get out of that on the maximum. Great. I like that. Where are you? Here. Hold on, though. What way are you going exactly? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, no, okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Yep, it's all good. Manage vehicle. I need to have more tracks on this place, especially if I'm going to be running more trains on it. And Utrecht right now might still get a connection for Woerden, Hamelen, and the rest of the cities over there. But for now, not so much. Can I build one track that brings me from here to... No? Okay. In that case, time to do some redecorating. I don't really need those extra tracks just yet. And I don't need this part either. I just want to make sure that they both use the tracks as I have thought them up. Now, this is going to cause all sorts of issues later. I need to make those straight, right from the get-go. There. Move these back a little. I will keep the tracks in there. Yeah, it's this one. This one's not properly aligned. Now you fit. And now this thing doesn't need to join up with its other side. It just needs to get over here. Like that. Now it should be using both the sides, provided that I give it the terminals to do so. Oh, crap. On the way back, it's not using Utrecht yet. I want you to use terminal 2. There we go. That's it. Okay. So you're now connected to Veenendaal, which currently has no passengers as of yet. Oh, crap. It's not connected. I thought I set this thing up properly, but apparently I missed something. Now it's connected. Why wasn't it connected a moment ago? This is not that different. Configure. More passenger stops. Street access. Done. Are you happy now? What? I expand it and it disconnects? What is this sorcery? Train station configure. Passenger buildings. Really? Are you gonna be like that? I think this is a small side building. No, it just refuses to connect. What is this about? I can do it here. I can do it there. But for some reason, it really hates this truck stop. Bus stop. Alright, try again. Passenger buildings. Let's go with a medium one. Right over there. Oh, that's a medium side building. I will also need a medium main building. And another medium side building. That's not exactly aligned, but that's okay. Now I want my truck stop. If you could kindly connect and still behave, that would be lovely and much appreciated. Now it collides, and that's probably with this part of the road. Now I want street access. There. Okay, now you're connected, yes? Yes. Excellent. That's what I want. That should also make the line over here for the internal bus line more profitable, because that probably was just not getting any passengers, nor is this train. Because the people could get out, but they couldn't reach the road. So as much as they would like it, they just couldn't get anywhere. Now, I still need to upgrade this to the Russian thing. Russian B class. Remove that. Let it pull that, and then... I don't have something that can travel at 80 yet. I do have something that can travel at 60. Okay, suppose I kick out everything. And get just a whole bunch... Oh, that's really expensive. They're still cheaper than these? They travel faster, yet they're cheaper. Okay. What can do 60? Here, the Baldwin. It's going to cost me 5.5 million. That's a bit much. Yeah, I will upgrade it to the Baldwin. Just to have more power and more speed. And then just slowly start adding passenger cars of the Russo Bolt class. Whoa, are they really that expensive? Okay, now it's only carrying 1. That's not really what I wanted. Ah, first passengers are here. Now the train should also be making more money, simply because it's going to be traveling over greater distances. I don't... Oh, you're going the wrong track. Copy that. I want these to be switched. I want you to be on Terminal 2 and I want you to be in Terminal 1. We drive on the right side of the tracks here. Right now it shouldn't interfere with anything because there's no other trains here. But eventually there will be. I wonder if these people actually need to get out here though. No. Now it's going back. Back to Veenendaal, Ede-Wageningen. Alright. Don't worry about it. Right, lots and lots and lots of passengers. And they all want to go there? Are you kidding? Hold on. Via Amstelveen. This is not Amstelveen, is it? Dit is Amstelveen. What the hell? So there are loads of people who want to travel this way. Probably because these towns are now connected. And there are virtually no people who want to go to Amsterdam. Interesting. That's not what I was expecting at all. Alright. Can I add a Russo Bolt? No. Yes. No. Come on. Just give me some money. Doesn't need to be a ton. It still doesn't drop off anybody. I wonder what those passengers are thinking at this point. They're going, hold on, we're going where? We're going back, we're going towards... What are we doing? Where are we supposed to go? Well, you're supposed to get to your destination and get out there. But I might not be making it easy for them to actually get to the destination. 266 people? Okay. That's a lot more than I was expecting. Amersfoort is growing. Whoa. From 118 all the way up to 177. Barneveld, probably in a similar explosive growth. Yeah, look at that. 122, 189. Estimated growth, 201. Ede-Wageningen jumped. 97 shopping to 148. Residents, 209 from 126. Right. Okay, the train picked up some more people. I really need to add another one of those bolts, because this second coach is slowing me down. It's limiting me at 50. The train can do more. How much if I want to replace that one? If I want to replace this one with a bolt? 377,000. Well, that should be doable. Especially considering that one of the other lines, the ROE grain alcohol food, is making more than 500,000 at this point. And yes, I have added a lot more vehicles on that particular line because they were making me so much money. So at some point I just duplicated all the vehicles that I had, and this is the end result. They unfortunately don't really have enough alcohol to transport back, so that could be cutting into my margins a little bit. I don't want to be spending over here if I don't have to, but this line is making so much, and the train not quite yet, that I don't really know where to invest first. No, I'm going to stick with the train for this episode. Can always do the other one later. Hello. There you are. Now, I'm not surprised that it's not making a profit with everything that I've been tinkering with lately. Get that one out. Public service announcement to the passengers on this train. We have a bit of bad news. We're switching mid-travel to a different passenger car, which means that we have 3 fewer seats. Either people are going to have to throw up their, or give up their seats, or you're going to have to get out and walk. Okay, there we go. It's now doing 60 with just 22 people on board. It's still better than the 45 that I was doing originally. 271. I had not expected this station to be nearly this popular. And I do wonder where these people want to go. 300 want to go to Utrecht, and then another 15 to Veenendaal. I wonder what happens to these towns if I open up the connection by just laying one piece of road from here to there, and from there to here. Because, judging by the response here, the massive growth that these towns suddenly underwent, I think that this place, these 4 towns together, could experience a similar sort of growth. But if I open up the roads, then that means that the people don't necessarily have to take my train. Whereas now they do, because there's no road connection. Yeah, emissions are not a problem. What's their destination? Amersfoort, Amstelveen, Amsterdam, Amsterdam Nieuw-West. I think that's about it. Because they cannot get anywhere else. Right. Okay, please make some money while you get here. Because I could use with another, or I could do with another passenger coach. 40,000, that's it. I am unimpressed. Did I set up the line incorrectly? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I did. I think the line's all right. Finances on this line are not looking great. What's the power rating on this thing? Good. Yeah, it accelerates very quickly for that age. But also because it's really not carrying that much. And I wouldn't be surprised if my running costs are currently so high. Yeah, 1.6 million. No, sorry. That's value. Running costs are of 300k. That I just cannot really get a profit out of it because the engine's so expensive and there's just not enough passengers. Not enough load on the vehicle. I really need to get another coach for this thing. Come on, get that autosave done. 260, 265. Looks like the internal line could get very, very busy. 15 out of 20. You're not even full? What part isn't full? Full? What? 15 out of 20. Who's not running a full coach? Not you. Not you. Not you. So that must be you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that might have to do with not enough passengers being dropped off by the train. I think that's what's doing me in at the moment. There is just not enough being dropped off. So that's why there's not enough demand for the line that starts over here, close to the train station. That's probably it. Now, has this train been making money yet? No, not yet. It's still underwater by about 45,000. Underwater by 70. Drop off. 99. There we go. I need a bit more and I can buy another one of those bolts. Russo bolts. 40, 30, 20. Ah, crap. There goes the payments again. Yeah, don't worry about it. Lots of vehicles are getting very, very old, especially on that oil triangle that I set up a couple of episodes ago. Those vehicles have been in service for, well, forever, pretty much. And you're really starting to notice that the game really doesn't like that. It doesn't really penalize you that much. It just gives you more emissions on the vehicles. But that's something I can handle. I don't really care about the emissions on the vehicles because they're so far outside of neighborhoods that they don't really, well, they don't really impact anybody. Ah, my money's here. Edit, just in time as well, because now I can immediately ship on an additional 11 passengers in Utrecht. There's no shortage of people here. Oh, damn. 43. Still negative. Is that engine so much more expensive than others? Is that the problem? I'm using the... what was it? The Baldwin. It's not that much worse. It's 171,000. You could go even higher with the Russian PV at 64. I don't really see what the problem is with this train. Lots of passengers willing to go back as well. Where are you all hoping to go? Oh, some of them do want to go to Amsterdam. Some of them might be interested in going back. Now, nobody waiting at the station. Not surprised. If they want to go somewhere, it's either towards the station, in which case they would probably just walk, or they want to go over to some of the other towns. Drop off 120. Now we're getting somewhere. And this thing probably has capacity for a lot more. How much more can I tack on before it goes to poor? Yeah, see? There. I can tack on a total of 154 capacity. Yeah. It's only going to cost me 4.2 million. That's going to be a longer term investment. Or a longer term plan anyway. Now, as expected, now I'm getting the passengers dropped off here. And now the lines are actually picking them up. Ready to take them all the way over to Barneveld and Amersfoort and what other towns there might be. Over here, loads of passengers. Interestingly, not here. So how are the other lines in Utrecht itself doing? Just about breaking even. But not much more than that. 300, 3,600, 2,000, and about 1,000. Then again, they're just meant as feeders for the train at the moment. They don't really do much aside from that. Oh, what I might be able to do, come to think of it, set up a street here. I'm going to have to build another... Yeah, I'm going to have to adjust this station. I need to build another couple of tracks first. Because what I'm thinking is I can tie in some more part of Nieuwegein by just having another station entrance over here. The question, however, is that worth the investment at this point? Because I would be paying more structurally for my station. I'd be paying first investment costs and then running costs. So just maintenance. Which at the moment might be money that's better spent on getting a bigger train. This one here. Because even with 33, it's still not that profitable. While maybe it is. That was 140,000. Now we're actually getting more blue than red. Hopefully by the time that it gets to Utrecht, I'll have enough money to get another Rousseau on. There you go. So now we have 44. 126 there. I can probably keep this thing growing until it reaches that 150. I think that might be preferable over just having another train with additional cars. There's 112, no, 262 waiting to go to Veenendaal, so I have plenty of passengers. Alright. So far, so good. Well, with this, I am going to leave you. End of an episode. Nice progress has been made. Veenendaal, Barneveld, Amersfoort unlocked. Lots of passenger potential over here. And the train is steadily growing. About, well, I think every 2 or 3 stops it makes, it gets an additional passenger car. And that should overall make this thing more and more profitable. So, well, I wouldn't be surprised that in due time this line is going to be making more than the line that's currently over here. That's transporting all of that alcohol and grain and eventually food to Weert. Anyway, we shall see how it goes in the future. Thank you for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall catch you guys soon for the next one.